Hey team, Alana here. In light of my recent rank advancement to Diamond, I just wanted to share with you guys a little bit more about how I've gotten here, I guess, and the journey that I've been on since becoming a coach, and I think probably the biggest mistake that I made that possibly held me back from getting here sooner. So, and some of you know, or most of you know, I became a coach in February of 2014, so about 9 months ago. And I know at the beginning, I hit Emerald about a month after becoming a coach, and I did that by signing up my husband and my mom. So two discount coaches who were not interested in building a business, either one of them for themselves. I signed up my husband so that I could work his business center as a second one, but my mom was just kind of another option if I wanted to work another business center, but I didn't really have plans to work hers, at least at the beginning. Still don't really, but maybe in the future. Anyway, so I hit Emerald with two discount coaches, and at the time I thought, okay, Diamond, that's only 8 coaches, 4 on each leg, and 2 of those, 1 on each leg, getting to Emerald. That doesn't sound that hard. For me, getting to Emerald was super easy, so this will be easy, getting to Diamond. And I just have to tell you guys, it wasn't. I just hit Diamond recently, about 9 months after being a coach, and it was a rough journey for me. And I'm sharing this with you guys because I want you to know that everyone's journey is different. I mean, everyone has a different path with this business, but just because you see in the team page all the rank advancements and success starters and people hitting Success Club and stuff, just because you're not doing those things doesn't mean that you're failing as a coach. And this is sort of a segue in what I wanted to talk about later in my video, but it's hard to see that, and it's hard not to compare yourself. So I wanted to share with you guys my journey so that you can understand that you can still be a successful coach, whether you hit Diamond in 60 days, in 90 days, in 6 months, in 9 months, in a year, in 2 years. I mean, it doesn't mean that you're failing. So, as a coach, I didn't have any business builders on my team until about 6 months in. I had coaches on my team, and I had people who said that they wanted to be builders, and they didn't do anything. So it wasn't until about 6 months in that I actually had coaches that said that they were going to build the business and actually do it. Along the way, I had coaches sign up and do some training and get started and then just stop, cancel their accounts without telling me. I had coaches who I talked to one time to help them sign up, and then they completely stopped talking to me after that. So I didn't have the easiest time with my coaches. I wasn't signing up people who were my friends, for one, so I couldn't, just be like, hey, what are you doing? Don't blow me off. I was signing up people who I didn't know. I was meeting them through Instagram or through Facebook or other places. So, it was a struggle to, for one, try and build a friendship and build a relationship with someone, and then to also help them with their business. So about 6 months in, when I did finally have business building coaches, that's when, I felt like my business really started to take off. So I'm sharing this with you guys because I want you to know that, how do I say this? That don't feel like you're failing if you're not rank advancing. If you are showing up to your business every day, if you're doing the vital behaviors, if you're, doing your workout and inviting and doing your personal development and adding to your network and sharing your story, you are succeeding as a coach. That is what it takes, and that's what's going to pay off. And it's the consistently showing up every single day over time. I know you guys hear me say this all the time. I'm always talking about consistency, but that's really what it's about. For me, in these last 9 months as a coach, all my ups and downs that I've had, throughout it, I've at least stayed consistent with my business, and that's why I am where I am today. It's not because I was a rock star at the beginning, signing up all these people and hitting Success Club 10, 20, 50, like all these things. No, I wasn't doing that. I was not one of those people, but I showed up in my business every single day. I shared my story. That was something that for me that I had to work on, was sharing my story. I've gotten a lot better about it over time, but I was doing it at least. I was adding to my network every day. I was inviting people to challenge groups. I was talking about the coaching opportunity with people. I showed up every single day. I did my personal development, drank my Shakeology, did my workouts. That is why I'm here today, and that's what I want to stress to you guys. I know I say it so much, but it is what is going to get you, it's going to keep this business going for you, is showing up every single day in your business and just being here. It's that consistency over time. I don't know if any of you have read The Compound Effect. I'm sure some of you have. I think that book is so true. It was one of the first personal development books that I read. And, it's talking about how with this style of business, your actions compound over time, and they build on themselves. So you can't just pick and choose when you're going to show up. You can't invite a few days here and then not for a week. You can't share your story one day and then not for another couple of days. You have to show up in your business consistently. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about with you guys is the comparison game, because that was a fault for me for quite a few months as a new coach. I can safely say that I think I stopped comparing to other people probably about 6 months in as a coach, so about 3 months ago for me. And that is, as I was talking about before, is getting in the team page and seeing people rank advancing and seeing people, who seem to be having such an easy time with their business. Oh, they're signing up new coaches. Oh, they're hitting Success Club 10. They're hitting, even just Success Club at all. They're hitting Success Starters. They're rank advancing. We share in the team page people's accomplishments like that because we want to celebrate our coaches and celebrate, our friends who are moving their businesses forward. But that's the highlight reel, right? If any of you guys are friends with other coaches on the team or get on Zooms with other coaches, you will find out that we all have a story, right? And I made the mistake as a new coach seeing all these things on the team page and thinking, well, why am I not doing these things? Like, why am I not hitting Success Club 15 every month? And why am I, not rank advancing faster? And like, what's wrong with me? What am I not doing? So, I think I don't want to say I was focusing all my energy on that, because I certainly wasn't. I was still, as I said, I was still showing up in my business every day and doing the things that I knew I needed to do. But that was always there in the back of my mind. It was a limiting belief in my head that, these people were somehow better than me, or they just were having an easier time than me, and that they weren't struggling, which is totally not true. So you guys, as hard as it is, and I know how incredibly hard it is, I mean, honestly, if you feel like you can't stop comparing yourself, then maybe don't check into the page for, a little while and do some personal development about comparison and really take a step back so that you can stop doing that, because it's really only going to hold you back. And you should look at what other people are doing and be inspired by them. And that's what I do now when I look in the team page and I see people hitting Success Club and rank advancing to 1, 2 star, 5-star diamond, all this stuff. I go, oh my gosh, that's so exciting for them. They must be so excited. I want to be in those shoes. I aspire to be there. Like, I'm going to work harder to get to that place. And it pushes me, and it makes me excited, and it makes me happy for them that they're doing that in their business. But I've been able to drop that idea of like, well, why isn't that me? So you guys, you just have to be able to let that go. And I know, like I said, as a new coach, I think when it's the hardest, because you're still new to personal development and you're new to this business. But I think if you talk to any of the leaders on our team, talk to Christy, talk to any of the other diamonds on the team, 1-star diamonds, all the leaders on the team, they will all tell you that, this journey hasn't been easy for them by any means. Jessica Smith Olson, she's one of my favorite leaders on the team, because she She did struggle with her business, and she has a couple great videos about, I think she hit diamond at 9 months as well, just like me, and for quite a while as a coach, only had about 3 coaches on her team, and and she was a slow one to start, but now she's a total rock star. So it's easy to look at someone like her and look at how she's, totally rocking her business and kicking ass, but at the beginning she wasn't, right? And just because you're seeing now how great she's doing doesn't mean that she wasn't struggling before, going through some of the same things that you were going through. So you just have to, before you think about comparing yourself to others, you have to realize that everyone has their struggles and everyone has their journey with this business. And, comparing, there's a quote, what is it? Like, don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. And it's so true. It's the same thing with this business. You can't compare what you're doing now to someone who's been in this business for much longer. And you also shouldn't be comparing yourself to someone else who's been in the business the same amount of time as you. Someone else who's maybe only been a coach for, a month or 2, if that's where you're at. Because everyone's different. Everyone comes into this business with a different background, a different story, a different fitness journey, a different work background. Like, everyone's different, and we all have, different things that are going to help us in this business, and different things that are going to hold us back, right? Those limiting beliefs. So, I just encourage you guys to really take a step back from the same page if you have to. If you can, not compare yourself and be in there, then that's awesome. Celebrate the people who are doing well and support your teammates. See what they're doing and let that be an inspiration to you to push yourself and work harder in your business. And ultimately, just focus on you and focus on what you're doing and focus on being the absolute best coach that you can possibly be. Like I said, show up into your business every single day, consistently, over time, and you will get to where you want to be, wherever that might be, whatever your goals are as a coach. You can get there just by showing up every day. So I hope this video has been helpful for you guys. I know for me as a new coach, it was helpful to hear from people who are farther ahead than I am, who had just been in this business longer, and hear that, they didn't start as a rock star coach because I didn't, and I thought, oh, maybe I'm not going to be successful at this, and maybe this isn't for me. I definitely had times where I doubted myself and doubted this business and just thought, well, maybe I'm just someone who's just not good at this, but I stuck with it. I said, no, I told myself when I started this that I was going to give myself a year. And, at only 9 months in now, I'm so glad that I stuck it out and didn't give up, and just believed in this business because it is amazing and life-changing, and you just have to believe in yourself and keep at it and keep working and be consistent. That's the best piece of advice that I can possibly give you, is to just be consistent. So if you guys have any questions or anything that you want to talk about, or if you think that maybe there's things that you're doing and that you feel like you're doing all the right things and that it's still not working, feel free to comment below and let's chat. I've had times in my business where I was doing all those things on the business activity tracker, and yet things still weren't quite clicking, and so I needed to take a step back and reevaluate sort of different areas that I couldn't see on paper, but were there and that needed to be worked on. So if you guys need any help or just have any questions, then feel free to comment. All right, I hope this video was helpful for some of you. Talk to you soon.